Welcome back to the Comment Show, a very special episode indeed, as it is the end of 2019, a whirlwind of a year. We beat Liverpool to retain the title in spectacular fashion, and we also conceded 3 goals to Norwich. What an absolute roller coaster! Get me off! I'm actually terrified of roller coasters. Horrifying, to be honest. But as well as roller coasters, I'm also scared of Liverpool Football Club winning the league finally, which I imagine they will. But we have one remaining hope: Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers can do it. Leicester can do it. Mark Albrighton can do it again. What a strange world we live in. Now, this could all be absolute rubbish, to be honest, because I'm filming this on the 16th of December, but this doesn't go out until the 30th. And even then, at this point, Leicester are already 10 points behind. There's about 200 Premier League games between right now and that time. Leicester could be mid-table by now. Liverpool could and probably will have a 5,000 point gap at the top. And Sam Allardyce could be back in management. So I want you to treat this video as some sort of time capsule that you'll open on New Year's Eve's Eve. Will I look like an idiot? Yeah. Or will my end of season predictions be starting to take shape, vindicating me of being the village idiot on this channel? Christian said, FD's predictions are proven wrong so often it's actually impressive. Most impressive. This doesn't bode well, does it? But I'm gonna do it. Let's go. The Premier League. Liverpool will win the Premier League. Leicester second, Manchester City third, Tottenham fourth. Mourinho will be happy until the end of the season. They'll reinforce the defence in January. They'll play well to finish fourth before next season, where Big Mourinho will then decide to hate one particular player for no reason at all. It will then crumble. Aston Villa, Norwich and Watford will all go down. Jack Grealish will leave and go to Leicester so he can stay in the Midlands. La Liga. Barcelona will win La Liga because Messi still exists and Cristiano Ronaldo no longer does exist there. Atletico Madrid will regain form and finish in the top 4, with Real Sociedad making up the final spot. Relegated will be Espanyol, Leganes and Mallorca, because why not? The Bundesliga. Top spot is going to RB Leipzig, followed by Mönchengladbach. In third, there will be Dortmund, and Schalke will make up the 4th spot. Bayern will finish 5th or 6th. I know, I can't believe I said that, but why not? Cologne and Paderborn will be relegated, and Mainz will randomly drop into the relegation playoff, but they will win it and stay up, rendering it pointless. Jadon Sancho will move to Chelsea. Dortmund will replace him with some unknown player, potentially yet to even be born yet. And they will sell that player on the following summer for 100 million as well, before not winning the league again in 2021, and then not winning again in 21-22. Schalke will then buy me, and we'll live together happily forever after. Ligue 1. Today, what's the point? There's a team there though called Brest, so they will win it because boobs. Serie A. Juve's domination is over, finally. Ronaldo will score a measly 16 goals. Embarrassing. His worst since 2005. Maurizio Sarri is sacked immediately. He will then drive away in a Fiat Panda, crying into his cigarette. Immobile will win the Golden Boot with 32 goals. Lukaku will be behind on 26, a very respectable amount, but he will register only 1 assist. But it won't matter, because Inter Milan will have finally broken the Juve stronghold in Serie A before being mediocre again in 2021, where Juventus will return and win it again. This is an anomaly season, boys. No one knows what's going on. Spal will be relegated on the basis that that's a rubbish team name. Spal. You can't have an acronym. Lazio and Roma will make up the remaining Champions League spots. Speaking of the Champions League, this is how I will imagine every single team will get on. PSG? What, Paris Saint no? What does that mean today? Out in the round of 16 once again, boom. Real Madrid, semi-final, because that bold man is good, but he's got one thing missing. Bayern München completely found out as soon as they go up against a competent team. Tottenham, further than we initially thought, but not far enough. Quarterfinals. Manchester City, no defenders, no trophy, no progress. Round of 16 disappointment once again. I just found out we've got Madrid, so yeah, that might be right, to be honest. Atalanta, quarter-final, unlovable team. It will not be the Dolmio day. Juve, semi-final. Ronaldo will save them after a poor first leg in both rounds before finally being overwhelmed by Sarri's cigarette smoke. Liverpool, final once again. They're third in a row, and they'll win it again, which I find sad to say, but they'll win it. Barcelona, quarter-final. Suarez will finally finish the job and eat an entire man. Dortmund, round of 16, because secretly they're crap. Chelsea, round of 16. Tammy will score a goal and celebrate by running over to Zach before realising it's not Zach, it's actually Big Zoo, and then realising it's not Big Zoo, it's actually producer SX. Those were my mid-season predictions for all the leagues. What are yours, and what do you agree with, and what do you completely find abhorrent, f***ing disgusting, and want to scream at me for? Scream at me, do it. Let me know in the comments down below. Michael Chima has asked, please, which software do you use to edit your YouTube videos? We all personally use Windows Movie Maker, apart from McCubbin, who actually records it on 35mm film and cuts it by hand. Right, now as it is the last episode of the year, I'm going to find a comment about every single member of Football Daily. Let's go. This sounds a bit like mean tweets, but I'm just going through them all myself. We should make the same videos 20 times all the time. Jeffro, Chris got relegated and Joe didn't. I don't want to live in this world anymore. You're a big fat liar if you think Doogie versus Joe. El Twatico isn't the best fixture on Stat Wars, okay? Easily the best. I really like Zach. Me too, he's got a heart of gold, that boy. Here's a picture of him with his duvet in the front room because we can't afford a sofa yet. TJ Dollhouse 86. Has McCubbin got pink eye again? When doesn't he? But he loves a fart. I don't know. That's what he has for lunch most days, just a gaff on the face. David Orvik, who is this funny guy on the left? He is good at this. James should be at these kinds of shows more. That's right. This is James being reviewed after reviewing the Champions League on UCL Review. And the results are in. James, you got a 9.3 on IGN. Well done. Connor Boyd said, Doogie is just a big, nice man, isn't he? He's big, he's nice, he looks like Vladimir Weiss. He's got no hair, it's Doogie, I love him. John Bremner, Chris seems to be losing his energy, ranting, going off script and forgetting all the stats since his relegation in Stat Wars. Whoa! That's a huge accusation, but being ejected out into space because you lost a football trivia quiz that's based in space for absolutely no discernible reason would send any man crazy most of the time. I'm sure he'll be back on the ship soon, or at least clinging onto a passing bit of space junk. Daniel said, I agree with Pato. I don't know what Pato said in relation to this comment, but I assume it was probably correct, yet said in an extremely unnecessarily inflammatory manner. Leicester fan 88. Feel like Sam's energy must be infectious. He's made Pato sound excited to be on camera. Sam is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs and probably should work somewhere better. Joel, start a petition to get Atkins on Stat Wars anyway. Someone please start this petition because I will sign it immediately, just like we all will, so Atkins can't pick the questions anymore and ask stuff like, what is the name of the Wimbledon centre-back's dog in 1984? Rufus. It was! You got it right, 3 points. James Wheatcroft has said, Henry is a handsome man. Well done, Henry, your first video, and you've been hit on by what I assume is a grown man in his mother's basement. Nice, you've pulled. Lastly, we have Sonny, with a lovely compliment on his pink UV tracksuit top. Sonny owns 300 football shirts and he buys all of them for £7 off Facebook Marketplace. Name me a cooler bloke, you can't. They don't exist. He has loads of football shirts and he has a single bed. What's not to like? They're probably related to be honest. If you have that many football shirts, you don't need a double bed. Comment of the year, 365 comments. Oh, comments every day of the week, all the time. Who loves this? Who bloody loves this? Me. Look at the joy. Comment of the year, I've started skipping 20 seconds ahead every time there's a question because Ciaran talks so much. 12 likes. In reply, how f***ing dare you? You need put down. 15 likes. 12 likes versus 15. Me chatting shit has been vindicated once again. I have been vindicated. Vindication! That's a word. But despite this, I'm considering outsourcing my refereeing job to the Chinese. Arsenal have brought out a statement distancing themselves from me. Komodo Rai, you have been shut down by a man with no photo. You are no Komodo. You don't deserve to bear the Komodo name. You are no dragon. You are a weasel, boy. You little weasel. I hope your Christmas was reasonably terrible. Ryan, my friend, I will send you 1 million yuan. Is that what they use in China to buy stuff? I don't know. And that is it. I've been Ciaran Carlin for this entire year. Let's see if that continues next year. I might fancy a little change. Maybe to something like Mehmet Yildiraz or Derek Milborough. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you one day. Probably not that soon once again. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and on my own YouTube channel, and subscribe to this one as well, of course. But if you hadn't already, you probably wouldn't have made it this far because it's a tough watch.